सो वेलकम बैक बच्चों। हम कंटिन्यू करते हैं बैंक रिकॉन्सिलिएशन स्टेटमेंट। फर्स्ट सेशन में हमने कुछ बेसिक कॉन्सेप्ट्स और बेसिक सिनेरियोज के बारे में बात करी थी और अब हम उसी सेशन को आगे बढ़ाएंगे। विल ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड more scenarios and then at the end we will also solve some practical problems related to bank reconciliation statement. Yes, so I trust that copies and pencils are ready and you are making the notes as we are progressing with the bank reconciliation statement, right? So to discuss on some, to reiterate some of the basic concepts which we understood yesterday in the first session. The first one was that we need to be mindful of debit and credit balances. So debit balance in cash book means that you have a deposit balance, and credit balance in cash book means that you have a overdraft. Opposite to that, if you are talking about passbook, debit balance indicate overdraft and credit balance indicate deposit balance. So these are the concepts you need to remember by heart, and because in all the questions usually there is a confusion between debit and credit balance, and then hence it is very much necessary that we remember these concepts, as these are the very basic you can say concepts for banking reconciliation statement, right? So continuing with our scenarios, let's try to understand few other scenarios. One is dividend collected by bank, right? So sometimes you invest in shares and the dividend payments are directly deposited in the business bank account, right? So again, if we will continue with the example that we have a balance as per cash book, and then we will draw a line which is the balance line between cash book and passbook. We'll keep the balance which is given to us as on the left hand side, and wherever we want to reach we'll keep on the right side, right? So dividend is collected by the bank, which means the bank has increased your balance, right? So if it is supposedly 100 rupees, then bank has increased the balance by 100 rupees. So what we will do, we'll follow suit, we'll follow the passbook and we will increase the cash book balance by rupees 100. So since the arrow is going up, we'll put this entry as plus or add, right? So another scenario is if the bank makes any payment directly on behalf of the customer, right? So second scenario is that the bank has made the payment to the creditor or bills payable, right? So maybe you have instructed your bank, or you have already accepted a draft wherein the payment is directly made by the bank on behalf of you, on your behalf, right? So again the balance line, cash book, because we have been provided with the cash book balance, we'll keep it on the left side, and passbook will keep on the right side, and we wanted to move from cash book to passbook. Okay, so the bank has made the payment on behalf of the customer. So if the bank has made the payment, the passbook balance has gone down, while the cash book has not actually moved. So supposedly it is rupees 2000, So bank has actually reduced the balance by 2000 rupees. Cash book has not moved. As we discussed yesterday or in earlier session, we are moving from cash book to passbook. So what we will do, we'll reduce the balance of cash book to achieve the balance between passbook and cash book balance. So it will be shown as negative or less 2000 rupees. I'm sure that you are making notes to this. Okay, so we'll move ahead with some other scenarios. While we draw those lines and arrows, as I said, just remain mindful of debits and credits, right? Third scenario is sometimes we get the bill or check discounted with the bank and the bank charges a commission for discounting the bill. So, bill discounted with bank of rupees 8,000, right, for rupees 7,950 dishonored. Okay, so we are trying to understand one bill you discounted with the bank, the bill amount was 8,000 rupees. Bank paid you 7,950 after deducting a commission of rupees 50, and this bill was dishonored, right? So in this example, just remain mindful that this commission which the bank has charged, it is not reversible. So if the check is dishonored, then what the bank will do, bank will charge you back 8,000 rupees. So again, the line of balance, cash book on the left hand side, passbook on the right hand side, because we have cash book balance in hand. Okay, what the bank has done, because the check has dishonored, the bank has reduced your balance by 8,000 rupees. Right, as I said that the commission will not be taken into account, and then because you wanted to move from cash book to passbook, the cash book follow the passbook, and hence we will reduce the cash book balance by 8,000. So it will be shown as less or negative sign, check discounted, dishonored, right, in the narration side. Okay, yeah, so I am hopeful that you are making the notes. Okay, moving ahead with another scenario. Scenario number 4. Double entry or wrongfully entered the amount twice in cash book or passbook. So for example, you issued a check of rupees 200, right, but cashier recorded the entry twice in cash book, right? So a check was issued for 200 and the entry was recorded twice in the cash book, right? Again, the line of balance, what has happened is left side cash book, right side passbook. What has happened is that you issued a check, so ideally it should have been reduced by 200. So let's just move the line a little bit up. Yeah, so ideally, because you have issued one check, you should have reduced it by 200, and similarly the passbook might have reduced by 200. But now what your cashier has done is he has recorded the entry twice. So again it was reduced by 200, but the passbook, it is reflected only once. What you will do, you will add back these 200. As the arrow is moving up, it will be shown as plus or add. Check issued recorded twice by cashier will be the narration, right? Okay, just make the notes. It can happen also that the bank actually recorded the entry twice. So you issued a check of 200, but bank recorded the entry twice in passbook, right? So it can also happen. So again, there is a line of balance, cash book on the left side, passbook on the left side. Mind it, the whose balance is given, that needs to be kept at the left corner. Okay, then you have issued a check, you might have reduced the balance by 200. Bank has also followed suit because that check has hit the bank 200, but wrongly the bank has done it another 200 rupees debit, which means they have reduced your balance, but cash book remains as it is. So what you will do, you have to follow the passbook, and hence what we will do, will reduce the balance by 200, which will be shown as negative or less. Check issued recorded twice in passbook, right? I hope you are memorizing this, you are making notes so that these can be handy while you refer it back when you practice on your own. Okay, what else can happen? Okay, entry on wrong side. So we know that if we deposit checks, it has to be recorded on debit side of cash book or credit side of passbook, right? And similarly, when you issue check, it has to be recorded on credit side of cash book and debit side of passbook. What happened is when the entry is recorded on the wrong side, right? So what will happen? So let's assume that check issued for rupees 1000, but recorded on debit side of cash book, right? So because it was a check issued, this 1000 should have been recorded. So where should have been recorded on credit side, but your cashier has wrongly put that into debit side. So how it will be affected? Again, the line of balance, cash book on the left side, passbook on the right side. So what your cashier has done, when you issued the check, right? When you issued the check, it should have been on the credit side. So balance should have gone down. Rather, he has put it on the debit side. So in cash book, you have actually recorded this as a deposit of rupees 1000. But how it will be recorded in passbook? Because you have issued the check, passbook has actually reduced it by 1000, which is the actual scenario, right? But since we are moving from cash book to passbook and we have to follow the passbook, what we will do, we'll reduce the balance 1000 plus 1000. So 1k and 1k. So we'll add this. So we will make it entry less or negative. Check issued but wrongly recorded on the debit side of cash book by 2000 rupees, right? Okay. Similarly, what can happen is that you can also make another error wherein you have check deposited for rupees say 500. Okay, so where it should be recorded? On the debit side, right? So check deposited for rupees 500 but recorded on credit side of cash, right? So you have wrongly recorded a debit entry on the credit side, right? So again, line of balance, cash book on the left side, passbook on the right side. So when you deposited a check, ideally your balance should have gone up, but since you have posted this on the credit side, So what your cashier has done, he has reduced the balance by 500. But in passbook, actually, because it is a deposit, it has gone up by 500. So how to rectify, since we are moving from cash book to passbook, we'll follow the passbook. So from here, we will move to here to tally the balance, which is 500 plus 500, 1000 rupees. And as the arrow is moving upward, we'll say add or plus check deposited but wrong, recorded wrongly on the credit side. Okay, similar errors can happen in passbook, and I encourage you that you can try to solve that scenario on your own. So what you need to do is, I am just writing it, which you can practice. So check deposited for rupees 500 but recorded on debit side of passbook. Okay, you can make a note of it and you can practice it by line and arrow. This is scenario question number 1 for you to practice. Question number 2 for you to practice is check issued for rupees 1000 is wrongly posted on credit side by bank. Okay, so you can make a note of it. You can practice at home. Check deposited for rupees 500 but recorded on the debit side of passbook. Check issued for rupees 1000 is wrongly posted on credit side by the bank. Okay, right? So now we will discuss the final scenario and then we will move to the practical question. In the meantime, whenever you feel like you have any query, please feel free to raise that query in the comment section and we will definitely respond that back to you. Okay, the last scenario is a little bit typical scenario. You know that the cash book actually has, sometimes it is a 3-column cash book. So we record cash entries, bank entry and discount entry, right? And discount can be received discount or paid discount. So paid will be on debit side and received will be on credit side, right? So this is we record in the 3-column cash book. And sometimes the cashier can make an error, forgot to record the discount but record the entry fully. So for example, payment of rupees 4950 received from A against due of rupees 5000. So which means that Mr. A owes us 5000 rupees but he paid 4950 against due of rupees 5050 as full settlement, which means that 50 rupees is a discount passed on to him but recorded fully at rupees 5000 in cash book. Okay, so your cashier, rather than payment by check, you can mention, just to be clear. So the cashier has recorded this 4950 as 5000, right? And the discount was ignored. So how we will make that entry? Again, line of balance, cash book on left side, passbook on right side. What your cashier has done, the deposit amount was recorded at 5000, but in bank how it is recorded? It is recorded 4950. So since you are moving from cash book to passbook, what you will do, you have to come down by 50 rupees. So it will be recorded as less or negative, and the narration will be that payment of 4950 is recorded as 5000 in the cash book. Okay, so these are some of the scenarios which continue to appear in all the questions, right? Maybe some of the scenarios will be there in your question, not all, because usually they expect you to solve the question in 5-7 minutes. So I expect that maybe only 5 to 6 or 7 different sorry, 7 different scenarios will be given in the question, right? So now since we have covered all the theory part, and I hope that the idea of those lines and arrows is very clearly registered in your mind. So now let's move to solve one practical question. Okay, as of now we have discussed only one scenario, which is the balance as per cash book. But trust me, by lines and arrows, even if the passbook balance is given or the overdraft is given, we will be able to solve the question easily. And let me demonstrate how we will be solving it. Okay, so I have actually one question ready, which we will try to solve it out. Okay, so it is a bank reconciliation statement. Bank reconciliation statement as on say 30th June 2020. So we'll make the format like this. Okay, here we'll put details, here it is the final column. Okay, now we have been given balance as per cash book, or it can also be given as debit balance as per cash book, irrespective. Balance as per cash book means a deposit balance, so we'll keep it like this is given to us. 50,000 is balance, debit balance as per cash book. Now what has happened? So there is a check deposit. Just a minute. So firstly they have said that there is a check deposited of rupees 10,000, right, is not collected by bank, right? So how we will solve it? Again the line of balance. Okay, because we have been given the cash book balance, we'll keep the cash book on the left hand side, passbook on the right side. Check deposited 10,000, we have deposited the check, so cash book has already gone up by 10,000, but it is not collected by the bank, so passbook remain as it is. Since we are moving from cash book to passbook, we'll follow the passbook. So in order to come here, we'll bring down the balance by 10,000, right? So as the arrow is going down, how we'll put it? Add and less, right? So we'll say check deposited not collected, right? So 10,000 rupees. Okay, what else? Okay, so this is one. Clear? I hope you have noted it down. Because of the size of the board, we have to rub it off. Okay, so what is the second one? Check issued. How much? Check issued for rupees 15,000 is not presented. So we have issued a check of 15,000 which is not presented to the bank. Again, we will cash book on the left side, we'll take cash book on the left side, passbook on the right side, because we have a balance as per cash book. So we have to keep this on the left side corner. Okay. So we have issued a check. So when we issue a check, the balance goes down by 15k. But since it is not presented to the bank, so the passbook remains as it is. What we will do, we have to come here from here. So what we will do, we'll add back 15,000 in the cash book balance to arrive as passbook balance, right? So we'll say add check issued but not presented. Okay, so 15,000. Right? Make sense? Okay. Yeah, making notes. Very good. Okay, what is the third scenario? Let's see as per the question. Third is, okay, so checks deposited, various checks were deposited of rupees 7,000, but only rupees 4,000 collected by bank. Okay, we deposited check of rupees 7,000, but 4,000 were collected by bank. So how we'll do? Again, the line of balance, cash book on the left hand side, passbook on the right hand side. Okay, so we deposited 7,000, so cash book will go up by 7,000 rupees, right? But bank has collected 4,000 only, so passbook will go up by 4,000 only, right? So passbook is here, cash book is here. We are moving from cash book to passbook, so we'll do whatever passbook has done. So we have to come from here to here. So how we will do? We'll reduce it by 3,000. The arrow is going down, so which means negative sign. So under less, we'll say, what we'll say? Checks deposited were partially collected, or you can say check deposited of rupees 7,000 but collected only 4,000. So 3,000 to be reduced. Okay, so I'm giving you a half a minute to just understand the concept and make notes. Okay, I hope you have noted it down. So we are rubbing it off. Okay, what will be the fourth one? Okay, so bank has given interest. So because you are maintaining a balance, the bank has given interest of rupees 500 to you. Okay, it can be mentioned bank has given interest, or it can be mentioned as bank has credited the interest. Whatever, howsoever it is mentioned, it means that the bank has given you interest as a deposit. So how we'll do it? Again, the line of balance, cash book and passbook. So what the bank has done? Bank has given you 500 rupees credit, which means that your deposit balance has gone up, but you don't have a notice of it, so you have not passed an entry. So as you're moving from cash book to passbook, so we have to move from this point to this point. So what we'll do, we'll add it. As the arrow is moving up, we'll show it under add bank interest. $500. Okay. Moving ahead with the question. Okay, the fifth statement they have given is check deposited of rupees 6,500 is dishonored and bank has debited the account. Okay, so how to do that? Cash book on the left side, passbook on the right side. Since the check has dishonored, so the bank, what will do? Bank will reduce your balance by the amount of check, 6,500 rupees. The cash book remain as it is because the notice has not reached the cashier. So what you will do, since you are moving from cash book to passbook, you have to move from this point to this point. You will reduce the balance by 6,500. As the arrow is going down, we said negative or less. So we'll put it here. Check dishonored. Right? So we'll take it 6,500. Right? Just continue to make short notes so that you can refer at the later stage. Okay. Okay, the sixth statement is given that the bank has paid telephone bill of rupees 2,000 and electricity bill of rupees 1,000 on customer instruction. So we have given instruction to the bank to pay our phone bill and electricity bill. So the bank has made that payment. So again, the line of balance, cash book on the left side, passbook on the right side. What the bank has done, bank has paid 3,000 rupees on our behalf. So the passbook balance will go down by 3,000 rupees. Right? So since we have to move from cash book to passbook, what we will do? We'll reduce the cash book balance by 3,000. As the arrow is going down, we'll make the entry under negative side, less side. So standing instruction payment by bank. Okay. So this will be how much the bank has paid? 3,000. Okay. Now what else? Okay, the bank has actually collected. So the next statement is given. Seventh number. Bank collected dividend of rupees 4,000. So on your behalf, bank has directly collected the dividend. So again, the line of balance, cash book, passbook. So what the bank has done, bank has collected 4,000 rupees. So the balance in the bank will go up while there is no notice for the cashier. So you are moving from here to here. So arrow goes upward, 4,000 will be added. So dividend collection by bank. So bank has collected dividend 4,000. Okay. Another statement is okay. One customer directly deposit in our bank account rupees 15,000. Okay, so how to go about it? Cash book, passbook. So if somebody is depositing in our account, the bank has made that entry 15,000. Cash book is same as it is. So moving from cash book to passbook, will reach from here to here To achieve the balance, so arrow goes up by 15,000. We'll mention direct deposit by customer. Okay, 15,000 is directly deposited by the customer. Okay, now the last statement for this particular question, very typical. Just concentrate a bit on this statement number 8. What has happened? Check deposited of rupees 2,500 but recorded on credit side of cash book, right? So when you deposit the check, usually the entry should be on the debit side of the cash book, but it means that the cashier has wrongly put this entry on the credit side of it. So how to look at it? Cash book on left side, passbook on right side. So you have deposited a check, so 2,500 rupees, and since the bank, there is no information, so the bank might have also deposited it by 2,500 rupees. It should have been done, right? So the balance should be tallied, but your cashier has wrongly put this on the credit side. So in the cash book, this has gone down by 2,500, while in passbook actually it is deposited. So you are moving from cash book to passbook, so your gap is this much. What you will do, you will add this much money. So 2,500 plus 2,500, so 5,000 will be added back, right? So here we'll say check deposited wrongly entered in credit side. Okay, so these are all positive entries, these are all negative entries. So if you total it, 15, 15, 30, 35, 39,500. Okay, this is plus, and this is how much? 13, 16, 22,500 is negative. 16, 22,500. So whatever will be the total, which will be 67,000. This is, we will mention, I think you will not be able to see the board, so we'll mention this balance as per passbook. So this is the balance as per passbook. You can note it down, right? I will wait for a minute for you to understand and note it down. Whatever will be the balance. So we are not trying to address anything. We are just trying to understand the reasons why a cash book balance of 50,000 is actually passbook balance of 67,000. These are the reasons why these balances are not in alignment, right? And once we understand that, we as we said that what is the objective of bank reconciliation statement, we can be sure about that we understand the difference, and hence there is no fraud or mistake, or if there is a mistake, we can rectify that mistake in course of time. Okay, just make a note of it. We will solve this example in reverse order, right? So if the balance is given 67,000 as per passbook, we'll try to reach the opposite side of balance as per cash book 50,000. Again, our thought process needs to be the same, but since we have till now done all the examples or our scenarios were all based on cash book balance, I thought it is appropriate for us to understand that what will happen if we are given a balance as per passbook, right? So we'll start with the balance as per passbook. Same question. So balance as per passbook is 67,000. Okay. Right. So we'll rub this off. Okay. It will also help you to practice the same scenario again, which will give you more confidence to solve any question. Okay. So same statement. This is balance as per passbook. Now here is add and here is say less. Okay. So one by one again we will repeat the same statements and try to understand how it will impact when we have been given the balance as per passbook. Okay. So the first statement was checks deposited of rupees 10,000, okay, but not collected. Okay. So now we have the balance as per passbook. So while drawing the balancing line, we need to keep the passbook on the left side. So here this time we're keeping the passbook on left side and keeping the cash book on right side because we wanted to move from left to right. Okay. So check deposited 10,000 but not collected. So what has happened? The cash book has actually gone up because the checks are already entered in the cash book by 10,000 rupees while passbook remain as it is. Now the scenario has changed because we have passbook balance. So we are moving from passbook to cash book now. So we have to start from this point and need to reach this point. So it will come as a upward arrow, which means plus. Under add we will say check deposited not collected 10,000. Right, you got my point. Now from passbook to cash book, hence we will make all the changes under passbook. Cash book we will assume that it is right and we have to follow the cash book. Okay. So statement number 2. Moving ahead, checks issued 15,000 not presented. So again the line of balance, what will keep on the left side? Right, passbook, and on the right side cash book. Okay, so we have issued check of 15,000. So the cash book balance has gone down by 15,000 while there is no change in the passbook balance. As we are moving from passbook to cash book, what we will do, will follow suit. We need to reach this point, arrow goes downward by 15,000. So it will come here, checks issued not presented 15,000. Right, making sense? Okay. The third statement is checks deposited 7,000 but collected only 4,000. Okay, so again line of balance, left hand side passbook, right hand side cash book. So you deposited check of 7,000. So cash book has gone up by 7,000 but passbook has gone up only by 4,000. Now since you are moving from passbook to cash book, you have to follow cash book. So from here you have to go there. So this is what? 3,000. So you have to add checks collected for 4,000 against deposited 7,000, right? So 3,000 will be positive. Okay, yeah. Okay, so moving ahead with another scenario, which is bank interest. Okay, so bank has given you interest of rupees 500. Okay, so again line of balance, passbook on left side, cash book on right side. So cash book has not moved because the bank has actually given you interest of 500 rupees. Now we have to follow cash book. So what we will do, we have to come from here to here. So arrow goes downward. So we'll mention here bank interest 500. Okay. Mind it, all the statements remains the same as we solved the first question. The only change we have done is now we are moving from passbook to cash book. So scenario number 5, statement number 5, check of rupees 6,500 returned dishonored. Line of balance, passbook on left side, cash book on right side. If the check is dishonored, the passbook has actually gone down by 6,500 rupees, but cash book has not moved because we have to follow the cash book. From passbook to cash book, what we'll do, we'll move up by 6,500. Moving up means positive, so we'll here check dishonored 6,500, right? Okay, I hope you all are making notes and you are able to understand the concepts and lines and arrows which will help you out to do the calculation every time rightly. Okay, so number 6, bank has paid mobile bill and electricity bill on standing instruction. Mobile bill 2,000 and electricity bill 1,000. So how to go about it? Again, line of balance, passbook on left side, cash book on right side. So what has been done? Bank has paid 3,000 on your behalf. So passbook has gone down by 3,000, but cash book has not moved. So what we will do? We have to go from here to here because we have to follow cash book. So arrow goes upward by 3,000. So this is standing instruction payments by bank. $3,000, right? Okay, moving ahead. Statement number 7. The bank has, what is statement number 7? Yeah, dividend collected by bank. Dividend collected by bank 4,000. Okay, so how it goes? Passbook on left side, cash book on right side. When the bank collects a dividend, the passbook goes up, the balance goes up, cash book has not moved. So we are moving from passbook to cash book. So what we will do, we have to come here, the arrow goes down by 4,000, which is dividend collected by bank. Dividend collected by bank 4,000 rupees. Okay, making sense? Okay, 2 more statements to go. Okay, what is next? One of our customer directly deposit in bank, right? So this is line of balance, passbook on left side, left side, and cash book on right side. When the customer deposit 15,000 rupees, the passbook goes up by 15,000. Cash book has not moved. We are moving from passbook to cash book. So what we will do? we'll bring it down to by 15,000 to match the cash book balance, right? So here is direct deposit by customer. How much? 15,000. Okay. Now the last statement is that you deposited a check deposited of rupees 2,500 wrongly posted on credit side of cash book, right? So it is a wrong entry by your cashier. So how to go about it? Again, line of balance, passbook on left side, cash book on right side. So because you have deposited a check, the passbook has actually moved up by 2,500, but the cashier has done it wrongly in cash book. So rather than going up, the cashier has made a payment, actually credit entry. So credit means balance going down in cash book. So 2,500. This is what has been done. Now how to rectify? You have to follow the cash book, right? So from here you have to come here. So what you will do? 2,500 plus 2,500, 5,000, negative as the arrow is going down, checks deposited wrongly credited in cash book. So 5,000. Now this is plus 13, 16, 19,500, 22,500. This is plus 34, 39,500 is negative. So if you adjust everything, it will come as 50,000, which is balance as per cash book, right? So we have solved the same example by taking the balance once as per cash book and once as per passbook, and if you see that by lines and arrow method we can solve this example very easily, right? So so that is all from today. I would request each one of you to solve at least 5 to 6 questions at your end from your syllabus books. You can solve the same question twice. Once you take the balance whatever is given in the question, and another one you can start from the answer and move backward to reach to the amount given, right, as we have done for this example. And needless to say, you can ask your questions in the comment section and we will revert you back. It is a pleasure talking to you, and happy learning. Thank you very much.